podcast. Beautiful people, welcome to Beautiful People, the podcast. My first guest, my love, my honey, my boo, el macho de mi vida, el hombre que me domina, Miguelito.
It's my day off. What am I doing here?
Babe, you forgot about the idea that I told you about? The podcast? This is it. It's everything about Stephanie Vargas, Paper and Fringe.
Got
Beautiful
it.
people! No? Okay. So in this podcast, Miguelito, we're going to talk about everything that makes up Paper and Fringe. We're going to learn more about Stephanie, the mother, the wife, the social worker. I'm going to interview people that mean a lot to me.
The background dancers.
The background dancers. People in the industry. We're just going to dive into the worlds of Stephanie.
Cool.
Yeah. So this is our first episode. How do you feel?
Good.
Yeah? Do you want to tell people how we met?
Oh, boy.
Dime, ¿quién te trajo a mi vida?
Grandma.
Guys, so my grandmother actually met my husband before I met my husband. She met him, and one day he came to visit her at our apartment.
Yep.
And she was like, Miguel, esta es mi nieta, Stephanie. And I was like, Diablo, pero ya te papi. I was like, okay.
Go ahead, finish the story.
No, wait, go ahead. Your favorite part, dile.
And what did you do when you...
I went to my room and I
Ran to your
changed my outfit. I put on the tightest shirt that I could find, the tightest jeans. I fixed my hair and I came out. ¿Y qué tú dijiste?
You look beautiful.
Okay. Exactamente, right. So, it was a match made in heaven. My grandmother swore. So the day that you left, she was like, ¿tú ves ese hombre que está ahí? Ese va a ser el marido tuyo. And I was like, oh, God, here we go. I was like, Mama, that guy is probably married, has like 10 kids. Like, no, he's cute, but no. And she was like, watch, that's going to be the guy that you marry. Y mira.
Look where we are.
So I wanted to have you as my first guest because a big part of the reason why I'm doing this podcast is so that people can know a little bit more about Stephanie Vargas, right? I know that it's been about Paper and Fringe for a long time, and it's amazing, and we're super grateful, and it's great. But I think in this new season of my life, or just phase, or whatever it is that I'm going through or wanting to get into, I want people to connect with me on a deeper level and know me personally, right? There's certain things I want to talk about, and there is no talking about me without mentioning you. So that's why you're my first guest. I'm cute, but okay. So, I want you to tell me what was the first thing that you thought when I mentioned to you that I wanted to start my own business.
Here we go.
Okay, what do you mean, here we go?
The first thing I thought was, here we go. She's going to get into something else that's going to take up more time.
Right.
I'm going to see her less. And
Right. So back then, I guess the first thing I did was the invitations,
The crafting,
and the
right?
crafting, the menus, which I think was super cool, but I think it was super time consuming. And I think you got the first taste of like me being involved in something else other than like our household. And
see, but that wasn't so bad because that you did
in the house.
at home.
Right.
Everything else is
So what's everything else?
the balloons and all that stuff. And you're just,
Everywhere.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay,
So
so
on my days off, you usually...
and that's a good point. Thank you for bringing that up. So everybody sees me doing stories at setups, right? It's all, I am the face of Paper and Fringe. But what they don't know is that I'm not able to do that if you're not home with the kids, right? If grandpa's not home with the kids, if the grandmas are not at home with the kids. Poor grandpa. Shout out to grandpa. But no, for the most part is you, right? So it's important for me to highlight how you make it possible for me to go out there and kind of, chase my dreams and, chase my passion and do it every weekend. Because for a long time, it was every single weekend for like almost 2 years, back to back to back.
You don't have to remind me.
Okay. What do you think has been the most challenging part of me starting my own business?
Just the time away from each other.
Right.
You being away from the house.
Mm-hmm.
Especially when I have to work on my days off.
Mm-hmm.
And you're working on your, that we don't barely see each other.
Right. Can I ask you, do you think that at some point like affected our marriage?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So I know what I think. How in your own words, how did that affect?
There's been days I wanted to come home and just throw out all your balloon stuff. Just set it on fire in the backyard.
No. But did you kind of like hate me a little bit because, or not hate me, but did you resent me a little bit because I was so involved and so determined and passionate about like, no, I'm going to do this, please. Like, I have to go work this job. I have to do this. I have to do this.
Not hate you. I mean, I knew you were doing something that you enjoyed and loved, and you were doing it for us.
Mm-hmm.
Just, I guess, we just missed you. That was it.
Mm-hmm.
Especially when Miguel was born, when he started asking, like, where's mom? Where's mom? Even to this day, the answer is,
yeah,
she's doing balloons.
Yeah,
she's doing balloons.
Yeah, I think, and it's funny because I was talking to Carlina about this when we were getting ready for the podcast. I think, and tell me obviously how you feel, that paper and fringe and ballooning and all of this, in a way, has made us stronger.
Yeah, because we become a
badass
team on another level, I guess.
Yes, I agree. I feel like when we got married, we were super young. And, you know, I didn't know anything about being married. I mean, not that I know a whole lot now, but I mean, I know a little more. And like I was trying to find my way, and then we had MJ, and then I was trying to find my way again. And then when I started crafting, for me, that was a little bit of like me trying to find myself again. And then when I discovered ballooning, that was me trying to find myself again. But it was kind of like as I was finding myself and becoming myself, I was so away from you guys, right? And I didn't understand that you guys were missing me. I would see it as, oh, here we go. Miguel doesn't want me to do this. Here we go. Miguel's upset. You know, here we go. You know, guys, I can't stay to go eat lunch or whatever because I got to go. Now I see it as like, oh, Johanny, I got to go because this job is done and I got to go get my man, or like I got to go get my kids. You know what I mean? Now I understand. Now I understand what that is. And I feel like, you know, that has made us stronger. I feel like you're my best friend.
Better be.
Hey, you are. Okay, so my next question. What makes us a team, in your own words? Outside of the ballooning, what makes us a team? Because we've been through some shit, boo. People don't know.
Yeah. All the stuff we've been through, what we've accomplished together, our kids, and how we make things work day to day.
I think our communication, too, has gotten way better. Yeah. Right?
I've definitely improved.
You have. But I also think that you are, I think you've always been supportive. You've always been supportive of me. But like I was telling someone, it's kind of hard to understand somebody's vision or somebody's dream when it's not your dream necessarily in the beginning. You've always been there for me. Even when you're like, what am I doing at this photo shoot? Why are we having this photo shoot? What is this about? You're still there. You know what I mean? So to me, that's very important because even though you don't necessarily understand why we're doing this photo shoot, you're still there like, okay,
it's gotta get done.
All right, that's what you're wearing? Okay. That's what we're doing? Okay. So I think that's what makes us a team. The fact that no matter what, no matter if you agree with what we're doing or if you don't understand it per se.
Which I don't most of the time.
Yeah, you still rock with me. And then at the end of the day, I know I'm going to get that text and it's like, you absolutely killed it. You looked amazing.
Now hurry up and come home.
Now hurry up and come home. I can't wait to see you. And then when we come home.
Are you in the car yet? What does Waze say?
Exactly. Y cuando llego de esta fiesta, mi amor.
Unload the car.
No. Come on, Miguelito.
I don't know what you're
No. Where do you see us in 10 years?
In 10 years. Together.
Duh.
Happy.
Dime.
Healthy.
Okay.
Still chasing our dreams, chasing these kids.
Yes, chasing these kids for real. For sure. But what's our dream? What's your dream?
My dream, I mean, I'm a little bit simple than everyone else, is just to be healthy and be there for my family.
Mm-hmm. Now, is that in New York? Is that in DR? Is that in Florida? Yay, Florida.
Anywhere where we're supposed to be.
Okay. What are you passionate about? I feel like we always talk about paper and fringe, right? Great. But what are you passionate about? You support me, right, in such a way. So what are you passionate about? What does Miguel want to do?
It's not that complicated. My family, that's it.
That's it.
That's it. I mean, I try to do other things here and there, like, I guess, like the wood stuff, the carpentry stuff.
Yep.
But I'm still trying to figure that out.
All right, but I think I think you don't give yourself enough credit. I think, so for everybody who does not know, right, I guess a lot of people don't know, Miguelito here does a lot of wood work. He does a lot of the wood panels that you guys see at parties. Miguel creates them. We don't rent them because we don't have the manpower right now to kind of rent them and pick them up and bring them back. But we do work with a lot of event planners who hire Miguelito to create backdrops for them, to create a lot of cake stands and a lot of things. So that's a passion, right?
Right now, it's a hobby.
It's a hobby, but you do. I mean, listen, and I think it's important to say that you don't have a lot of time because you work a lot. And whenever you get an order, it's like amazing to see you like, okay, babe, I gotta go to work, but I'm gonna bang out these walls before I go to work. And it's like I dropped the kids off. You know, I forgot the lunch, but I took the lunch to the school. I'm coming back. I'm going to do this wall before I have to go to work. And you fucking hustle. So, I mean, that's a hustle, boo. Trust me. I know. That's a hustle.
We'll keep hustling, see where it takes us.
It'll take us. I mean, hello, we have Casa Altagracia. Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see what else I have here. Do you have any questions for me?
Questions for you? Mm-hmm. What's next?
For what? For us? For the business? For us. Okay, so you're going to laugh, but you already know that once you retire, we're going to move to Florida. Okay. We're going to live bi-coastal in Dominican Republic. ¿Tú sabías esa vaina? Miguelito's going to train for baseball. Miguelito is MJ, a.k.a. our son. He's going to train for baseball during the summer in DR. We're going to open up that business in DR. You know?
What business?
¿Cómo que what business? ¿Tú sabes? Okay, te digo ahorita. We're going to open up that business in DR. We're going to get a couple more apartments. And that's it. We're going to live... The goal is for you not to have to go back to work full-time after you retire.
I like it.
Right? The goal is for us to kind of run our businesses successfully, obviously, so that I can be more involved in the kids' lives, taking them to school, picking them up. So so Miguelito takes care of the morning routine, right? You get the kids ready. By the time the kids are up, I'm ready to work. He has the mornings with them, short mornings. He gets them ready for school, makes them lunch, takes them to school, does whatever work he has to do, and then he goes to work. I get Grandpa picks the kids up from school.
Yeah.
I come home from work. I have the kids for the rest of the afternoon, do homework, cook, clean, whatever, scream because the house is a mess. And then they go to bed.
And I'm home around...
You're home around, depends.
1 o'clock in the morning.
Love, it depends.
During
the week. Sometimes I try to wait up for you because, te extrañé. Pero cuando el sueño me mata and I can't, I fall asleep with the TV on and you come home and take pictures of me and then send them to me the next morning. But that's kind of how we make it work. So, yeah. So the point is that when you retire, we're going to have you to ourselves. And obviously, I want to be more present in our kids' life with their sports and the dancing and the tap and all these things. So yeah, that's the goal. The goal is to continue with Paper and Fringe, continue with other projects that we have, and just live, just travel, drama-free, as much as we can.
If we can get away from the drama.
Drama-free. I think we've been doing a pretty good job this year. I think we've done a really good job at like turning down the volume on all the crap and living for ourselves.
Yeah, take my lead. Just
I do actually.
Don't care as much.
Don't care. Just say fuck it all, right?
Yeah.
I think I've been doing that, and I think it's been working out. It's kind of like I'm coming into this new space in my life, right? I'm turning 33 next year. Well, in like a month or two, right? And 3 is my favorite number. And so I'm turning 33 into 2023 on January 3rd. So for me, it's like my golden year. I feel like something is it's going to be a great year. And I think I'm going to go into next year not giving a fuck. Just living my truth, living our truth for our family. Whoever wants to join that ride will do it. Whoever doesn't follow suit, peace out.
That's it. That's how I do it. Keep your circle small.
That's right. I love you, babe.
Love you too.